megabits per second يعني megabit. If it's capital B, megabyte. Yes. Okay, so you know now the difference between small b and capital B. How? طيب, what's the difference between bandwidth and throughput? Throughput is how much actually, your light is on the mobile. Throughput is how much actually is passing through the cable. All right? Bandwidth is how much it can carry. Yani like a road. The road can carry maybe 1,000 cars. But maybe actually, how much cars are going now? Maybe 100 only. Okay, so this is the throughput. The actual measure of the transfer of bits across the media over given period of time. Now, due to a number of factors, throughput usually is not equal to bandwidth. It is smaller. Such because of the amount of data being sent and received over the connection, the types of data, the latency created by the number of network devices encountered. Okay, what is latency? Latency refers to the amount of time, including delays, for data to travel from one given point to another. So if I want to measure latency here, if we ask you in the exam, what is the latency for this? The time bound and inbound and outbound. How long it will take? 800 millisecond plus 900. And if you notice here, the bandwidth is higher than the throughput. The transmission flows يعني المشاكل أو النويز بالترانسميشن عيوب أو الأشياء اللي بتصير. Noise is any undesirable influence degrading or distorting signal, such as noise. And it is measured, the noise is measured in decibels. Decibels is the measurement or the unit of noise. We have two common sources of noise, EMI, electromagnetic interference, is caused by motor, power lines, television. You know, if you come near high voltage, you will find some distortion in the radio signal, right? Sometimes. But please try to avoid being close to high voltage, okay? You know that. Crosstalk occurs when the signal on one wire infringes on an adjacent wire signal. Okay? So here, this is a good example of the effect of noise. Look here, this is my original signal. This is the noise. If I add them together, I will get this. You see how the original signal is distorted. Yani one might become 0 or might not become clear. So some bits will be lost. This is what the computer will see. Transmission also flow, we have attenuation. Attenuation is when the signal is traveling, it will lose power. This is the nature of life. مع الوقت, the power of the signal will degrade, تقل. Okay? As travels away from source. Signals can be boosted. You can increase the signal capacity using the signal strength using repeater. Okay, which regenerates a digital signal. A repeater is used for digital signal. Okay, it will make it regenerate the original signal without the noise. If it is analog, signal, we need amplifier. Please write this note, okay? Repeater is for digital, amplifier is for analog signal. Write it. They might ask you, maybe it's not written here. Okay? So I have this signal coming from the source. After some time it will become weak. We put a repeater, then the original signal is regenerated, and then everything is okay. All right? Any questions? We have two types of media, wired and wireless, or physical and wireless. Physical, such as wire, cable, any tangible material. Okay? They are used in communication such as twisted pair cable, coax cable, fiber optic cable. And they are usually put underground or in conduits. You see that this white conduit there? This is your cable. Good revision for this chapter. All right? But it's important, okay? So here we have the twisted pair cable, as I explained last class. This is the twisted pair, and it is cheap and uses pulses of electricity. But what are the disadvantages? It is sensitive to EMI, and another source of interference called crosstalk. We already explained crosstalk. That's why we twist the wires, to try to avoid crosstalk. We have two types of twisted pair. We have STP and we have UTP. Which one is more expensive? STP. Very good. This is how the STP look like. You see, we have the shielded twisted pair. Okay. And it's very important to know this table about the differences between unshielded twisted pair. These are the characteristics, okay, of the UTP cable, unshielded twisted pair. Now we have Cat7, can carry up to 10 giga. This is the comparison, very important comparison, always coming. Okay, very important slide. All right, comparison between STP and UTP. The wiring, we have two standards. They are defined by TIA/EIA organization. Okay. You have to know these numbers, okay? And the organization name, please. This is the operation. And we talked about if I have two unlike devices, يعني devices مختلفين, then I can use the which cable? Straight through. Straight through wiring. You see here, it is written here. Straight through cable. Can you see it? If I have two similar devices, yani computer to computer, switch to switch, okay, PC to router, then I will use crossover cable. We will show you some type of these cables, inshallah. The coax cable was made in the 1980s. Okay. It has a core metal and it is surrounded by insulator. It provides improved shielding and can carry more data actually. But the thing is, it is more expensive, and if you have many wirings inside the room, this will be very bulky. You know, it's not practical for internet and data. The fiber optic cable is immune to AMI and RFI, okay, and it can carry high bandwidth for long distances. The problem with the fiber is the technician need to be trained, and it is more expensive, and it needs special equipment. The benefits are here. Already we have talked about the benefits, okay? And also it provides excellent security. Okay? Any questions? This is a revision for this chapter. Now let me just check.